You are fighting battles you can never win. Every day, you exhaust yourself trying to control outcomes that were never in your hands to begin with. This is the source of most human suffering, the confusion between what we can control and what we cannot. Epictetus, born into slavery in ancient Rome, discovered something that freed him more completely than any legal document ever could. He realized that even as a slave, there was a realm where he remained absolutely sovereign. His own mind, his responses, his choices about how to interpret reality. This insight became the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, the Dichotomy of Control. Today, as we witness humanity's remarkable resilience through facing global challenges, we see this principle in action. People who thrive amid uncertainty understand intuitively what Epictetus taught, that peace comes not from controlling circumstances, but from controlling our response to circumstances. Let me share 5 transformative teachings that will reshape how you approach every challenge. First, your opinions shape your reality. Epictetus taught that events themselves are neutral. It is our judgments about events that create our experience. When Marcus Aurelius faced plagues, wars, and betrayals during his reign, he consistently returned to this principle. In his personal journal, later published as Meditations, he wrote about transforming obstacles into opportunities through the power of perspective. In your daily life, this means recognizing that your initial emotional reaction to any situation is based on your interpretation, not the situation itself. When you receive criticism at work, the sting you feel comes not from the words themselves, but from your judgment that criticism equals failure or rejection. You cannot control what others say, but you absolutely control how you interpret and respond to their words. On your actions, never on outcomes. Seneca, one of Rome's most powerful men, lost everything multiple times: his wealth, his position, even his freedom through exile. Yet he maintained his philosophical composure by focusing entirely on playing his role with excellence, regardless of external results. He prepared his speeches with care, gave his best counsel, and treated people with dignity, knowing that outcomes depended on factors beyond his control. This principle transforms how you approach goals. Instead of anxiously fixating on whether you get the promotion, you focus intensely on doing exceptional work. Instead of worrying whether someone will love you back, you concentrate on being genuinely loving. This shift eliminates anxiety because you are no longer dependent on external validation for your sense of success. Third, accept what is, influence what you can. Epictetus distinguished between 3 categories: things entirely within our control, things entirely outside our control, and things we can influence but not control. Most people waste enormous energy in the third category, trying to force outcomes in relationships, careers, or health. Wisdom means accepting your spouse's personality while influencing the relationship through your own behavior. It means accepting market conditions while influencing your financial future through smart decisions. It means accepting your genetics while influencing your health through lifestyle choices. This approach eliminates resentment and maximizes effectiveness. Fourth, master your internal responses. The Stoics believed that between stimulus and response lies our greatest power, the ability to choose. Viktor Frankl, surviving Nazi concentration camps, later wrote that this space between stimulus and response contains our freedom and our growth. Even in the most constrained external circumstances, we retain the ability to choose our attitude. Practically, this means developing the skill of the pause. When someone cuts you off in traffic, when you receive disappointing news, when plans fall through, that microsecond before your habitual reaction is where transformation happens. In that space, you can choose wisdom over impulse, perspective over reactivity, grace over anger. Fifth, use obstacles as training. Epictetus viewed every difficulty as training from the universe. He taught his students to greet challenges by saying, "This is what I have been training for." Just as physical exercise builds muscle through resistance, mental and emotional strength develop through facing difficulties with wisdom. Modern neuroscience confirms this ancient insight. Our brains literally rewire based on how we habitually respond to stress. Each time you choose calm over panic, perspective over catastrophizing, or acceptance over resistance, you strengthen neural pathways that make wisdom more automatic. Consider the healthcare workers who showed extraordinary courage during recent global challenges. They could not control the virus, the policies, or the public reactions, but they could control their response, showing up with dedication, treating patients with compassion, and maintaining hope despite uncertainty. Their focus on what they could control enabled them to make profound differences in circumstances that felt overwhelming. The dichotomy of control is not passive resignation, it is strategic wisdom. It teaches you to pour all your energy into your sphere of influence while maintaining peace about everything else. This creates a paradox. The less you try to control externals, the more effective you become at influencing them. Start today with radical honesty. Look at your current stress and ask, what percentage of my worry is about things I cannot control? Energy toward what you can control. Your preparation, your attitude, your responses, your effort, your growth. Epictetus promised that mastering this distinction would lead to unshakable tranquility. Not the tranquility of escape, but the tranquility of someone who knows exactly where their power lies and uses it with complete focus. In a world of infinite distractions and demands, this ancient wisdom offers something precious. The ability to remain centered while fully engaged, peaceful while completely committed, free while totally responsible. The citadel of your mind remains unconquerable when you understand what is truly yours to command. Everything else is just weather passing through. If this moved you, comment "The Citadel holds" below. It is our sign that you carry the philosophy with you. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.